colors and pairing them can be quite a task. But actually it is simple. If you keep an eye on what simply looks good together, they're a great pairing. Of course, skin tones, clothes, accessories all come into play, but it's really what meets the eye, what you essentially are comfortable with and like wearing that look great together. I like to refer to these pairings as complementary, monochromatic, and neutrals paired with colors. As far as complementary colors go, they're really absolute contrasts, and they play off the intensity of each other, which is why they look great together. Well, now I'm going to show you how complementary colors work. So I'm going to pair two contrasting colors together. I'm going to start using a chubby stick on her eyes. It's in bright pop orange. So I'm going to start by just applying this quite gently but generously across her eyelid. Use your fingers if you must, just to soften off the edges. Well, I'm using a lip product actually. It's a chubby stick by Studio West. But I like the fact that it's really soft and it gives you a lot of play on the eyes. Just one thing to remember when you're using products that are not meant for the eyes on your eyes, I would proceed with caution, so to speak. So just wear a little bit on a day that you're not going out, if you like to try that look out. And if you do have any kind of irritation or some kind of a rash, stay away from doing that. Just make sure that every now and then you check for lines and then simply dab the excess off and give it a smooth finish. And now what really works well with an orange in color pairing is blue, because it's exactly on the opposite side of the spectrum of colors. So I'm going to draw in the liner using the navy liquid liner from Studio West. I like to keep a professional brush handy just in case I miss a spot. Now to intensify the blue a little bit, I'm going to use extreme eyeliner just in the inner corner. This is a huge trend right now to use really nice, bright, vibrant blues in the inner corner, and you can do it with a smoky eye as well. I'm just going to kind of softly blend the two with my liner brush. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other eye. Just going to add a coat of mascara to her top lashes just to complement the eyeliner. And more of the orange chubby stick. I'm going to take a bit of it on a small blush brush and just dab it on like you would a cream blush right there on the apples of your cheek. Don't go too intense with the color because there's a lot of this color on the face. You have a slightly sun-kissed kind of effect with the blush. So my tip here is don't start off with too much product, because if you use too much, it'll be hard to blend it off, particularly because it's a cream product over a powder. So you want to make sure that you use a small amount first and then build up to the effect that you want to achieve. I'm just going in with Orange Pop, the same chubby that I used across her face. I'm going to put a big hit of color and then dab it off so there's just enough orange. I love bright colors and I would have left it like that, but Sonia will look so much nicer if I soften the effect, almost as if she just dabbed on the color with her fingertips. So just a soft dab and there's a good remainder of a soft, pretty orange. So I've used orange and blue both on the eyes. Well, you can do it anywhere across the face. You can do a bright red mouth with green eyeshadow, which would look great too, just like red Christmas baubles on a tree. Basically, complementary colors are colors that look striking as soon as you see them put together. Monochromes are different shades of the same color, and they look fantastic when they're paired because of their subtle sophistication. Well, I'm going to show you a monochromatic look, and I've chosen gold. To start with, I'm going to use Maya's Luminous Lip Glaze. It's called Golden Dream. I'm going to use a small dab of this color. I'm going to use this on her eyelids as a cream base. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want the intensity of the gold when I apply it on her lids to be really metallic. And when you use a gloss or something creamy as a base, you'll get a good hold on the product. So you can choose to use this or a lipstick, but a small amount so it shouldn't drip with gloss. So I'm going to use a paddle brush and pick a small amount of the gold eyeshadow from the Gold Mine palette and pack the color in so it looks really rich and metallic. Now work within the crease, you don't want to go past the crease. Do the same on the other eye. Remember that when you use flat brushes, the intensity is greater of a color. When you use rounded brushes, you get soft, diffused effects. So here I'm looking to create a really strong gold eye, which is why I'm using the paddle brush right along. Now I'm going to use the bronze right here and just wrap the eye on the bottom lash line with it. To manage the spill, I'm using a compact powder. Like I always say, I like to wrap a metallic product in a matte product. So I'm going to use a small dab of this powder. It's a compact powder, number 4. It's called Amber. I'm just going to work that into the crease to clean up around the metallic gold. Although there's not a very evident crease, it mattifies the crease so the gold stands out. And now for loads of mascara, really dark. Now I'm just going to contour her face because there's that whole bronzy effect, bronzy gold effect that's happening across her face. So I'm using the same compact powder to use as a very soft bronzer. Just following the hollows of her own face. So once you have the bronzer done, I'm just going to highlight with bronze, which is a blush from the Maya collection by Studio West. And I'm going to just blend it in with the contour that I've created. So you can see a nice contrast between the matte and the gold bronze here. Now to this, to add an extra dimension, I'm going back into the gold eyeshadow and really close to the eyes, just where the light catches her face. I'm going to add a light dusting of the gold. I'm just going back with a bit of powder to blend it in right here on the cheeks. So I'm going back with the gold gloss and taking a small amount on my hand. Now I'm just going to take a smattering of this, like quite roughly, and just kind of put it on her cheeks, just on the apple of her cheeks, to give it a kind of wetness, so it looks more glossy rather than powdery and blushy. Now be careful not to put too much. You just want cream to show up, but not shine heavily. It just immediately changes the texture of your makeup, if you can see. So there's more creamy quality to the makeup. So now just to finish off the look, I'm going to use the Gold Mine gloss again on her lips, and a generous amount of it. I quite like how it looks. There's the shimmer, there's gloss, there's a kind of softness to it, but it's monochrome. So it kind of softens anything that you put together, and going monochrome with a color like this is really flattering on our skin. Another great pairing is neutrals with any bright color. What this does is draws attention to your favorite feature. I'm going to begin with using an extreme eyeliner pencil in olive. Just run a good amount of this color into the eye. Make sure you get enough of the color between the lashes as well. Firstly, you don't want to miss a spot. Second, it helps when you start smudging the product. I'm going to smudge a good amount of the olive eyeliner pencil, even on the top. Get a bit on the corners as well, so you have enough product to create any shape you want. Now, using a smudging brush, just soften off the green. I'm going to sweep over this a matching khaki eyeshadow from the Bombay Jewels palette by Studio West. So take a blending brush. You don't want too much color, just enough to make that pop. And I'm going to sweep the color over the lash line. Blend softly towards the crease. You don't want any harsh lines. It's really just a showcasing of this color all across the eyelid. Using a smudging brush and the same color, I'm going to run over the color at the bottom lash line. So there you have really distinctly colored eyes, which I'm just going to finish off with a good coat of mascara. Well, I've got a small smudge there. I'm not going to take it off just now because it's still wet. I'm going to let it dry, and then once it dries, I'll use a Q-tip and just flick it off. Now, the whole point of this video was pairing a neutral with a color. So I'm going to keep the rest of the face very bare, very neutral. So neutral lips, neutral cheeks, and colored eyes. I'm going to use Amber, a compact powder. So it's the number 4 Amber by Studio West. And I'm just going to add a small, gentle contour and color to her cheeks. I don't want anything to take away from the color on her eyes. I'm going to check if that spot is dried. It should have by now. And just really softly take it away with a Q-tip. There you go. It's done. No damage at all. You just want to blend off the eyeshadow again into place. Well, now I'm going to finish off this look with a neutral lipstick called Barely There. Just a good sweep of the soft color. And a touch of gloss. I'm going to use Sparkling Cinnamon, which is a lip glaze by Studio West. Just to give this a little light right in the center of the lips. New dab. Well, in this look, as you can see, the focus is on the eyes, so the color's on the eyes and the lips are neutral. But you can also switch that around and do a deep or bright lip with neutral eyes. I hope this video was helpful, and the next time that you go shopping, pairing colors is easy. Until the next time, stay tuned, stay glamorous.